Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azwan bin Abdul Aziz. My metric number is 257394. Okay, today I would like to share with you guys about OPR. Okay, what is OPR? OPR stands for Overnight Policy Rate, which is an interest rate at which bank lend to another bank set by the Bank Negara Malaysia. This rate has an effect on a country employment, economic growth and inflation. It is an indicator of a health of a country overall economy and a banking system. It is a benchmark for commercial lending and deposit rate, which will be charged by the lending bank to its borrower bank for the borrowed fund. Additionally, the rate decided isn't random but takes into account various economic indicating factors such as inflation, economic growth, and possible risks, basically overall economic outlook. Bank Negara Malaysia will adjust the rate according to how much money they want in circulating versus how much is tied up in saving. Bank Negara Malaysia has decided to reduce the overnight policy rate OPR for the fourth time this year by 25 basis points to 1.75%. It is the lowest since 2010. For Malaysians, economic activity contracted sharply in the second quarter of the year due to the measure introduced to contain the pandemic globally and domestically. Following the gradual and progressive reopening of the economy since early May, economic activities have begun to recover from the rough in the second quarter. The pace and strength of the recovery, however, remains subject to downside risking emanating from both domestic and external factors. These include the prospect of the further outbreak of the pandemic leading to the reimpositions of containment measures, more persistent weakness in labor market conditions, and a weaker than expected recovery in global growth. The fiscal stimulus package, alongside monetary and financial measures, will continue to underpin the improvising economic outlook. To simplify it, when the company is slowing down, Bank Negara Malaysia will reduce the OPR band to encourage domestic spending to boost the growth domestic product GDP growth. So, how does this affect you? What does this mean to Malaysia? With the 25 basis point reduction in borrowing rates, consumer will be able to see a hike in their depositable income due to the reductions in interest payment. Consumer will have more cash on hand to spend, which will likely to spur the domestic economy. The lower loan interest rate. Any change of the OPR will impact loan that use the best rate BR or the best financial rate BFR to determine the interest rate by which it will lend to consumer. If the OPR reduced by 0.25%, the bank decide to stick to their current profit margin, then your loan BR will also reduce by 0.25%. This will lower your loan interest rate. For example, if your mortgage loan is pegged at the BR and ORP reductions will lead a lower mortgage interest rate, which means that you will be paying lower monthly repayment. Lower return for saving account and fixed deposit. Through an OPR reduction is good news for those taking out property loan. Savers looking for more return on their saving account and fixed deposit will be disappointed. This interest rate for this saving instrument will be reduced in tandem with the OPR cut. But this won't affect any fixed deposit that you have placed prior to the bank revisions of fixed deposit rate. So how does this affect the country? While the consumer may welcome cheaper borrowing costs. This means lower profit margin for banks. The current OPR cut may affect banking stock in the short term. Nevertheless, the OPR cut could be positive move for the economy. A rate cut should provide positive impetus to private consumptions, which the anchor for the growth and investment, with export complementing in 2020. So this is a great time to invest in Malaysian's Real Estate Investment Trust (MRE). Because of the lower interest repayment, it can guarantee more saving and larger disposable income for you investor out there. You could also increase your investment. Affin Hwang Capital Research shared that over the long run, lower OPR should also lower the finance cost of MREIT and lift earning, although the effect on near-term profit to be minimal. The research house added that for 2020, the 25 bits OPR rate cut is expected to have a mute impact of under 1% of the MREIT earning, it says. Thank you.